The person I knew Tupac as, he was like very intelligent, and to me, like, society and people who always talk bad about him had the wrong vision of what kind of person he really was. I mean, everybody has done crazy things before or get put off in the wrong situations with the wrong type of people and wrong surroundings, but he's not a bad person. To me, I think he had a lot of sense and he was very intelligent.
He stands out as a warrior. He was always, I guess, fighting for a cause of freedom, you know, I guess to get free on the outside, when, you know, in reality, the freedom is inside, and he was just dealing with so much. So, you know, he was just always warring for us and making us understand that he was within the struggle with us.
Now we're going to go into a video from the late, great Tupac featuring JoJo and Casey. This song is incredible. I bumped it when it first came out, and I still bump it to this day. Pac, I will miss you, but you'll always be here. Check it out.
Heard that Tupac was shot, and then like later on down the line they said he had passed away. It was like real shocking, but I feel that what the Lord does is like put things in front of you to show you like lessons. I mean,
when you think the end could be near, you're gonna want the people, you're gonna want the world to know everything that you got inside. That's why he stayed in the studio. He stayed making something new, because he had so much in a little time to tell.
He showed love to everybody he met. I don't care who they was, where they was from. East Coast, West Coast, wherever. You know what I mean? We had in Morning Till I Join You, damn, I wish they would have known how much you love New York. And then after he passed, it was like, I wish he would have seen how much New York loved him.
I'll be missed, you know what I'm saying, his music. I mean, the way I knew him, he was a sentimental cat, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't as hardline as everybody presented him.
Tupac was just himself, free to be him. He didn't care what nobody had to say about him. He was being himself. He was a sweet person, a kind person, but nobody could change his mind about the lyrics he wanted to write or the image he wanted to portray. He was just the person he wanted to be.
Tupac was one of the first people to break Hollywood and do movies and whatever, sell 5 million records. It's hard for rap artists to do that, especially with it being his 3rd or 4th album. I think it's his 3rd album. But what I'm saying, it's hard to do your 3rd album and sell 5 million joints. If you in this rap game, you know what I'm talking about, you understand what I'm saying? And it's hard to get into movies and be a good actor at this, you know what I'm saying? I just think overall we lost one of the best artists in this little rap game it is.
Do you feel, or like Tupac's the only one who gets you?
You know, I just kind of identify with a young, like, you know, black male who you know, deal with trials and tribulations, and you know, can express his art through his poetry, you know, and also, you know, through everything he's I'm passionate, so I can identify with that. Everything I do is passionate. I wear my heart on my sleeve, so you know.
I would honestly say that, you know, if there's anybody I wish I could be a little more like, it would probably be Pac. You know, he just I think more than anything, I mean, aside from his music, which was absolutely incredible, I think he just drove people with who he was, the way he carried himself, how little he cared.
My favorite rapper was Pac. It was my favorite rapper before I even started rapping, before I even ever thought of like.
And sort of this generation that's just full of everyone's opinions, and we all sit there and read all this negative stuff. You know, I think he was somebody who genuinely was a free spirit. He did not care, you know, and he just did what he felt. And I wish I could have a little more Pac to my persona. I'm working on it, you know.
He was my mom's boyfriend. I remember him coming home with that first Pac album, with Brenda's Got a Baby, it's Tupacalypse Now. And that was, since then, right. That was when I was too young to know what he was talking about, you know what I mean? But it connected, because that's the thing about art. It's just truth, it's straight, whatever you feel. So even as a 7-year-old kid, 8-year-old kid, I can hear Pac early albums and feel the truth.
Tupac, what a brilliant young man. You know, 24 years old. Such a good actor. It's just so much potential. Music, sort of become an icon, and you know, to know him as a young man who was just really funny and lively and wide-eyed and not innocent necessarily, but so ready for life. You know, but there was the whole other side too, which just sort of dragged him down.
Like, you got a story with Pac that you could share with us?
Pac was crazy, and I adored him so. And he was one way, I think, the way people saw him, and not to say that that wasn't him, but he was also had another side to him where he was fun and silly, and he used to call me Square all the time.
He used to call you a square?
Square. What's up, Square? I think he's really special, or he was very special, incredibly talented, and definitely an icon.
If I'm something like Tupac, I just feel like he always said what he felt. I'm not lyrical like Tupac, and you know, he's a legend and he will forever be. Sometimes my spirit could be like Tupac, like he just didn't care about anything. He didn't care that he was a big influence. And you know, when you're a big influence and you open your mouth and you say certain things, then you gotta sometimes watch your back. And it's risky and it's scary, but he still said things that he believed on.
Yeah, to this day, when I talk about Pac, it's very hard for me.
How did you, what did you go through when you first heard about the murder?
It was more like, everything stops, when, time stops, when people that you care about pass away. Yeah, it's hard to even continue with Tupac.
Yeah. It's a great loss.
Yeah, but he's still here. He really is, to at least affect me and other people that really cared and he loved, he's still here. Now I think at my funeral they're gonna be playing How Do You Want It?